Thank you for joining me today for yet another unboxing video. And today we have Genesys Android Shadow of the Beanstalk RPG cards, brought to you by Fantasy Flight Games and Genesys. The card set that we're going to be taking a look at today is Runners, Mercs, and Criminals Adversary Deck. Really digging the artwork on this here. Got some schmutz on the box itself, where the price tag was. Anyway, let's take a look in the back. It says, Android, Shadow of the Beanstalk. From the grimy depths of the Undercity to the broad rooms of the Megacore, to the fantastical imaginary worlds of the network, some citizens of New Angeles have become legends in their time, whether they are charismatic gang leaders, powerful corporate officers, ruthless assassins, or something truly unique. These individuals are guaranteed to be powerful allies or deadly opponents. This deck requires the Genesys Core rulebook and the Shadow of the Beanstalk supplemental to use. It includes cards for 20 adversaries from all across New Angeles. 7 of the adversaries appear in the Shadow of the Beanstalk, but 13 appear in this deck for the first time. This was released in 2019 by Fantasy Flight Games. So there you go. So let's crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. Again, it's not a box, it's a nice little plastic holder. We can take that out. And this time we have our front card, back of that. Using this deck, it says, some of the 20 adversary cards found in this deck represent one of the many characters found in the Genesys supplement Shadow of the Beanstalk. For more information about these adversaries, see Chapter 4 of Shadow of the Beanstalk. Some of these adversaries, however, are famous characters from the Android universe that have been given a profile for the first time in this deck. These adversary cards put all of the information GMs need to manage NPCs during a game session right at their fingertips. Additionally, the card format makes it easier for GMs to prepare between sessions. Players can also use these cards to represent NPC allies or helpers who are hired to aid in the PC's adventures. Statistics and skills are presented on one side of each adversary card, with talents, abilities, and equipment on the other. Additionally, each card contains art and other information that the GM can use to help set the scene during the game session. That's what your first card says. We'll put that over here. And on the back, it would have the information that I read to you earlier. And of course, all the good people who brought you this information on these cards, who created this. So that's cool too. So put these cards here and here. So here are your cards. And you all have a front and back. So we have Bernice Mai. And again, here it gives you all this information about her. So it tells you what her brawn, agility, intellect, cunning, willpower, and presence is. Soak value, wound threshold, strain threshold, and it says MR defense. Different skills that the person has: cool, computers, knowledge, perception, streetwise, and vigilance. Nemesis. Flip the card over. It gives you motivations, desire, fear, strength, and flaw. Her talents, abilities, equipment, what they have. One of NBN's best psyops, Bernice Mai goes far beyond protecting her megacorporation servers from ambitious runners, using her personally programmed image recognition data sniffers to patrol New Angeles billions of feeds and cameras looking for her target's physical location. Some of her targets end up scooped up by precinct teams, while the unluckies become the stars of the latest reality show. Okay, so that's all the information that's on it. So it's 2 of 20, it says here. So there you go. So that's that character there. So all the cards are laid out the same way. So you have their stats in the front, skills and stats. You flip it over, gives you motivations, their talents, their abilities, and their equipment, and a little background information on who they are. Okay, so that's one card. We also have Caprice Nisi. We have Olivia Chaos Theory Ortiz. We have Elizabeth Mills. You have Floyd ZX3A7C. Then we have Gabriel El Lobo Santiago. We have Inez Delgado. Jackson Howard. We have J.I. Noise Riley. You have Katie Jones. You have Lily Lockwell. You have Monica Singh. Mr. Lee. Really digging the artwork on all these characters here. This is really, really cool stuff. Mr. Stone. You have Rachel Beckman. Raymond Flint. Rashida Jahin. You have Aaron Marion. You have Reina Roja. And last but not least, you have Thomas Haas. Now again, this is all be used with the Android, Genesys Android RPG. Shadow of the Beanstalk is the expansion that they're talking about here. But again, you could use these for any type of role-playing game that you want to use them for. You just adjust the stats, or you could just use the characters as NPCs again, and you could use it for Blade Runner. You could use it for Shadowrun. You could use it for Alien. You could use it for Starfinder. All you got to do is just change the stats, or just use the information on the cards in the back, which gives you the details of the mutation, the talent, and the abilities, and a little background history about them. And you can use these characters just as they are here. Okay, just changing up the stats as to what you need for whatever role-playing game. Okay, but anyway, that concludes this unboxing of Genesys Android Shadow of the Beanstalk Runners, Mercs, and Criminals Adversary deck. As always, thank you so much for joining us for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed it, you could always give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below. You could also hit our subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to our page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the remainder of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.